y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 29 of Scrap-O-Ween. It is Killikit Sunday. I have some things picked out from my kit. I have my pictures picked out that I'm going to be scrapping. These are pictures of my older daughter and her fiance at Thanksgiving last year. And also, it is day 39 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And today's sketch is this one here by Natalie Archer. And it's got this big circular element and this diagonal band across. It has 3 photos, but I have 4. So we'll see how I can get those in there. So, let's get started. For this layout, I am so excited because I have picked out papers from the Good Times kit or collection that I had originally picked out. So I didn't put any extra papers with this one. It is all the original kit that I had picked out. Well, except for a few stickers. It's like I couldn't get away with it. I couldn't get away with just the collection. So, but here, what I'm doing is using this ruler mostly just for a straight edge because I need to get a diagonal, and I can't eyeball it. I didn't even want to attempt to eyeball it. If you've watched my videos for very long, you all know I'm horrible at measures and things like that. And here I even confuse myself with trying to copy the diagonal line because I wanted to use the cut off piece as the template for my diagonal line. And I had to line it back up and slide it down the page so I wouldn't lose where I was. And also, I wanted to make sure that I made it wide enough so that my photos would fit on it correctly. And then here I had it lined up a little bit off so it didn't cut all the way through when I went with my first pass of the trimmer. But since it's on an angle, it's kind of hard anyway. Now, there is a circle element up underneath this diagonal band. And in light of using a circle that you have, here I have this light, some kind of portable light. And instead of going down to my kitchen and getting a plate, I was just like, well, I have this one. Let me see if this is big enough. And it ended up being exactly the size I needed. So I'm just going with it. So I just traced around that. And I'm going to just cut it out. And I'm just going to go all the way around there. And since I did use a pencil, I decided to erase the lines. They weren't too noticeable, but I could see them and I would always be bothered with them. I really don't like erasing lines from printed papers though, because sometimes you end up erasing the pattern off. But that didn't happen with this one. I was really happy about that. So here I'm just trying to figure out where I want to place everything. And then I decide it looks a little flat. So I wanted to go ahead and ink the edges. And I thought about using the, what is the black? The black soot distress ink that I have. But I was like, black is a little bit too intense for this. So I ended up going with gathered twigs instead. And I have this little bitty dauber here that I decided to use. And now I've gone ahead and I have inked the edges of all 3 of these papers. So I've got my diagonal paper inked up, I have my circle inked up, and I have my background paper inked up. And I just love that background paper. I kind of wish I had like 10 more of those. I really like the little they're just like little tick marks, but they look a little bit like a fabric. Like, let's see, like a kitchen towel that would be made out of like flour sack or something. That's what it reminds me of. And now I've got my photos spread across, and since I am adding an extra photo, they're kind of squished together. They don't have a lot of space, but I like the progression, and I like how these all look there in a row. So I have those down, and I'm going to go ahead and put down my title, and it says Good Times Together. And I'm actually getting to use that smaller Allie Edwards teal letters stickers this time. So I'm excited about that. So I got that used. And now I am going to work on the clusters. And in the sketch, there are 2 areas for some clusters. And one is in the upper right-hand corner, and one is in the lower left-hand corner. And by this time, I'd completely forgotten that I wanted to ink everything. So here in just a minute, I'm going to remember and have to pull the stickers up. And thankfully, they come up. They're not stuck so hard that I just have to give up on the idea. But I'm fixing to remember that, oh yeah, I wanted to ink the edges. So here I'm pretty much remembering. Well, actually, no. It's when I go for this sticker here. And I had pulled quite a few stickers from the, oh, what is it? That Hello Again collection that I thought that I could use. And I end up not really using very many of them. So there you see I had gone ahead and pulled those stickers up and inked the edges of them. And I put a little ampersand. I think that's an ampersand. It means and, right? I put it up there. And I keep thinking that I need to put something with my photos because it's looking really bare to me. And I'm not really liking it. But I'm trying out these stickers and I don't like those. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So since I don't know what to do with my photos, I go back to my little clusters. And I'm going to put some enamel dots down. And I decide to use 3 different colors and 3 different sizes. And that's one of my most favorite ways to use enamel dots. So I'm just deciding here which colors I want in which sizes and where to put them. And I just kind of sprinkle them loosely throughout the clusters, and there is that. And now I'm like, what am I going to do with these pictures? I want a little something more. And I go back to the cardstock stickers, and I end up finding 2 word phrases or little word stickers, and I'm going to ink the edges of these 2. This one says together, and the other one says you and me, and I put this one in that corner, and then you're not going to see it. Something happened with my camera, and I don't have the footage. So you can see that you and me up there in that 3rd picture in the corner. And I'm putting on my Distress Mica stains, of course. And then that is going to do it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out the link below to see what everyone else is doing with this sketch from the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And we'll look up here at this close-up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!